Today, at the time of recording and hopefully uploading this, is going to be actually the 7-year anniversary for Bendy. By the time you're actually seeing this is probably going to be already past 12 o'clock. Sorry for the late upload, and also for uploading so much recently. There's just been so much news. Like today, we just found out there's a brand new Bendy game coming out called Bendy Lone Wolf, along with some brand new images to go along with, of course, the 7-year anniversary for Bendy, along with some other little information. So without further ado, let's go and hop into the video. Okay, so first of all, I want to talk about the whole Bendy post, but you know, it says here 7-year anniversary, but I don't think it's time to talk about that. I think we should talk about something else first, being this. People on Twitter have, of course, went to the United States trademarking and found a brand new Bendy game titled called Bendy Lone Wolf. It kind of follows the whole Bendy the Cage type thing. Instead of like Bendy and the Ink Machine and Bendy and the Dark Revival, it's starting to follow just Bendy with a brand new title, with this one being Lone Wolf. They've, of course, actually went and filed this January 23rd, 2024. So it's been almost a month. It's not been a month yet, and it's been a while since people actually found this. Like, nobody even found this until today. And this is, of course, the logo. This could be lots of new things, and we could do lots of different speculations on it. Like, one, this could be a brand new update or a brand new revamp to the Boris and Duck survival game, or this could be an entire new Boris spin-off game, or an entire new chapter by chapter game. We literally have no entire idea. This could be so much, and we have sadly no information, but luckily a developer actually replied about this. Mike D, one of the actual CEOs and game developers, co-creators, all the stuff for Bendy, have actually been giving us so much more information, and one of the most helpful people along with the Beatley, and they're like the two major people on Bendy right now. So I definitely recommend following him. He did respond with this like in a whole hour after the whole thing people found out. So it took longer than expected for some to look at the USPTO, which is kind of like the whole filling trademark thing. But hey, guess what? You'll just have to wait until we say something official someday. So this is, of course, sad and good, with one being that we know that they know that we know that the game, you know, new title just got released, but it's just sad that they haven't officially announced it, meaning that this game could sadly get canceled in the future, and it's not their priority to work on it. Like Bendy and the Cage came out this year. We know about that, they know about it, it's been officially announced, but we have to wait for this one to officially announce someday, meaning if they just don't want to finish working on it, or they don't think it's a good idea after trademarking it, well, if they trademarked it and made a logo, I feel like they do think it's a pretty good idea to make it. But sadly, we're gonna have to wait for more news to find out if it's like a 2D game, 3D game. We have no idea right now, and we're sadly have to wait more news to hear about it someday. But we did know that the developers were mentioning that they are working on many Bendy games, not including the Cage, and we do know Bendy and the Silent City might be still coming soon because they're still working on it. I did a whole video on that. It's a whole different like multiplayer game that got leaked a while ago. But it's super interesting to find out another game just got leaked. So knowing that there's possibly 3 Bendy games in the works is just absolutely crazy, and I cannot wait to play every single one of them. If you're a Bendy fan or horror game fan, this is definitely the place for you. But anyways, going back to the 7-year anniversary for Bendy, this here, the Bendy official Twitter posted, Henry had his first adventure 7 years ago today. Hope he's prepared for what's coming. Hashtag Bendy the Cage. Happy Bendiversary. As you guys can see, 7 years and you ain't seen nothing yet. I just love that caption showing Bendy in the Cage. Of course, showing this brand new steampunk looking monster with red smoke coming out of one, the red smoke, yellow smoke coming out of the other, with one eye, look like his whole skeleton and inky monster. It has a whole bunch of different thorns, like acupuncture needles, whatever you call those things, sticking in the back of him, with a whole bunch of different chains all around it. This image is just amazing. I mean, look at it. The render is amazing. It shows new monsters, new details. I just gotta say, I cannot wait for this game coming out later this year, because of course, as you guys can see, it's just looking better and better every single day. And if you thought that this one image is all that we had, you'll be pretty shocked to find out what we had next. Hey, guess what? This is the halfway mark, meaning if you're at this part of the video, I'm legally required to ask you to subscribe. Please. I said please. You don't have to subscribe, but it'll really make my day if you subscribe. It helps put this channel out to more people, so if you enjoy this content and want more people to also enjoy the content, subscribing will be really good. But if you do not want to subscribe, liking, commenting, continue watching this video, any of the main 4 will really just help me out. But anyways, yes, I won't take up any more time. enjoy the rest of the video. This image is one that released, I think, 2 to 3 months ago. This released like a while ago, actually. I just never covered it since it was just this one image here. But as you guys can see, they also released this image of an eyeball. And if anyone showed you this in indie horror, you're not gonna think this is Bendy, because this does not look Bendy at all. Doesn't look hand drawn. It looks so detailed, so gory, kind of what the fans wanted from Bendy. With, of course, immediately saying new horrors will be unleashed in Bendy the Cage. With Mike replying, "I cannot wait to see reactions to this." Most likely in the reaction trailer, they might be showing what this monster is, but it's just super crazy to see this brand new, extremely detailed monster. And it's definitely not the steampunk monster we've seen before, but seeing all these new enemies, monsters, and if you haven't checked out the whole Steam page, I even also did a whole video mentioning the whole Steam page. It's just absolutely crazy to see all these new crazy designs that, I said crazy twice. It's just, if you show anyone this like a few years ago, they're not gonna think it's Bendy at all. They'll be like, oh, it looks like maybe a fan game, but it's crazy to think that this is Bendy. And now going on with some little news talking about Bendy in the Cage. We had heard from Mike in one tweet a while ago saying that I thought it was old news because I already said it, but I guess not, lol. No respawning in Bendy the Cage. In the past, it allows for exploiting and has 0 consequences for death, which is also ultimately, yada yada yada. Mike had to, of course, clarify that because many of us was getting scared about the whole game, meaning that in the game that if you died, you have to restart from the beginning. So Mike clarified saying that you can obviously save and load your game, lol, just no respawning on death. Says, oh boy, I do want to make an ultra hard mode where if you die, it deletes your save file. That would be cool. So what he's saying is that when you die, you technically have to go to your past save file. Meaning either A, this could be like Bendy in the Dark Revival, where you have to go and keep constantly saving the game, and if you do die, you're gonna have to respawn from where you last saved. Or it could be where they have different checkpoints and save points, and if you haven't passed that, and of course you die, you're gonna have to load in from that checkpoint. I do not know how this is of course gonna work, but I would like to see an ultra hard mode where it does delete your save file and you're gonna have to start from the beginning of the game. That would be pretty amazing, because when you play a game, and of course the whole point of playing a game and like trying is failing and trying again to find out what works and what doesn't work. When you know what to do, it's easy to fly by and not die, but of course that'd be pretty difficult to have no respawning on your very first playthrough of a game. Especially when that be this scary and intense as Bendy the Cage. Anyways, that's it for this video. You guys can let me know in the comments below what do you guys think about these new images, brand new news for Bendy the Cage, and a brand new Bendy game being announced. Like I said, I did not expect this much news to come out in just one day. The photo and of course talking about the whole respawning was some old news, but I decided to throw it in here since I never really mentioned it, and I like bringing lots of news into one quick place. So if you haven't seen the Steam page or even the trailer or anything about Bendy in the Cage, I definitely did videos on those and you'll be really interested in it. And don't forget to subscribe already, and I already mentioned it before, but yeah, see you all in the next video, and don't forget to watch this one right here.